union poultry plant won $2.5 million sexual harassment case. ICE comes in there and arrests 600 workers for being undocumented. I wanted to make sure that I saw that I read off this super chat that we got at about 11. We weren't able to.
Yeah, that's as we were like crashing.
Yeah, as we were crashing. So just want to make sure I read that off because I appreciate the $5 donation from Mighty Mulatto. When I hear immigrant, I think of exploitation. Those sexual shenanigans in the poultry plants in Mississippi come to mind. Raids weeks later. And it's funny. I literally was talking to Adam about those raids this morning, where. And for those that don't know the backstory there was a union poultry plant in Mississippi that won $2.5 million sexual harassment case. And immediately after that, like, you know, he says weeks later, and I think that's accurate, ICE comes in there and arrests 600 workers for being undocumented. And so, you know, it's like, theoretically, the tip was anonymous and we don't know who did it, blah, blah. But, you know, let's be real, right? You know, like you just said, Adam, there's things on paper and then there's actuality and there's real life. And this was a real life example of bosses using law enforcement, using ICE as a whipping stick, as a way to say, you stood up and said that I couldn't sexually harass you on the job. We're not even talking about, oh, these people are getting uppity, they want higher wages, or maybe they want more time off. It's like, these people, this was just a fight about whether or not you could go to work and not be sexually harassed.
Right.
And they came back and used ICE as a weapon.
It's just disgusting.
Yeah.
Just absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting to use a broken immigration system and an oppressive law enforcement agency to come in and do that to your employees in retaliation is just beyond the pale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
And the question is, well, what kind of accountability would ever come across for the people responsible, right?
And nobody in that, you know, because theoretically, even before this new guidance from the Department of Homeland Security, theoretically, it is legal for workers to enforce their rights. And it is theoretically, even if they're undocumented, and it is theoretically illegal for bosses to interfere with their rights and to use the immigration system as a negotiating or bargaining or retaliatory tactic. Like, that's supposed to be illegal. But I'm not even aware of any investigation having been done, nor am I aware about the bosses using ICE as retaliation, nor am I aware of any supervisors or managers or executives of this poultry plant being prosecuted for using undocumented labor, because not only is it illegal for undocumented people to work, it's also illegal to hire them. And so theoretically, you arrest 600 people, that should be, each one of them should have, or, not should in a moral sense, but legally speaking, they would have one count of, whatever. The manager, the executive should have 600 counts of that. But I'm not aware of anybody in management or at the executive level of that company having faced any consequences for that at all.
Right. And I'm not aware of it happening much at all, period. And that's something I've even had conservatives tell me, that they think it's kind of wild that the workers are punished, the workers can be arrested, the workers can be deported, their whole families disrupted. But the employers, the ones who are actually hiring undocumented labor, they seem to never face any real consequences. And it's funny how that works.
You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.